Welcome, everybody. I'm here with Filo and Jose. I'm so excited. We have spent some time talking to Filo in the past, and Jose just maybe once at the early meeting. So Filo and I have worked a bunch on the website, and you guys were an absolute magicians and continue to be magicians. And it plays a huge part into ROGace. But we'll talk a little bit about this later. For now, again, for those who don't know, I'm Wojtek, and today's conversation is a special one because Jose and Filo are owners of the AdverWeb, the incredible team that helped bring out online presence to life for ROGace, but also, even more than that, they're parents, storytellers. They came from Venezuela, and they raised children, including one of my very, very close friends, David, who I speak with weekly. And he is also a former tennis player. And I am very excited to talk, through excellence, through love for the sport, from family to business to everything else, and just kind of talk about the journey, right? From Venezuela to Florida, the family connection, and how it all blends together, creativity, excellence, all those things. So this is what we'll chat about today. Is that good?
It's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, thank you. Excited to be
Oh,
here.
all right, fantastic. So to start, how did the family or how did tennis first become a part of your family's rhythm? And also in general, probably how did sports become a part of your family's rhythm?
Okay,
Well,
I
I
can
can
take.
say that I follow Jose.
Okay,
Okay, so Jose.
I can take that. So, well, I've been, involved in sport since, a little child, and I will say that in college, it was in college. So I played football. Soccer, and in college, I started playing. I transitioned to rugby, and started playing rugby in college, and it was really, really challenging. And I was really fast. I was a win for rugby. It's a fantastic, fantastic sport. A lot of values, a lot of. It's really great. But I don't remember exactly what was the circumstances, but I started playing tennis in college with a couple of friends, and then create a group and starting. Getting more and more involved with tennis, and it was a love at first sight with tennis. It was really, really great. And I don't know, little by little, it was transition out from rugby to tennis, especially because, less injuries at that time. And it was great. So I started playing tennis in college. And it's something that I really love. I try to transmit to my children. So in reality, the first one, I have an older son, Leo, and he started playing and playing with me, and then playing in a competitive way. And he eventually became a coach assistant for the club that we were part of in Venezuela. It was a very, very good. And I'm talking about high school. He was in high school. He was a decent player and a coach. So it was natural then when David started. Really interesting in sport. And David plays everything. I mean, football, roller coasters. All the time. All kind of sports. Now he's playing tennis. He's still playing tennis.
He's playing paddle now.
Paddle.
Paddle. We
She's
we
obsessed
play.
with paddle. Okay,
He's
we need to
obsessed
we
Yeah.
need to
with
keep paddle away from this podcast
paddle.
Yes.
or video.
Yeah.
But no, no,
Yeah.
no. Paddle is great, but yeah, David is now all about paddle.
Yeah.
Exactly. We play golf together. So he's really good at the sports.
Yes, but David also started playing tennis in different mm, tennis court, not tennis court, in the
Yeah,
academy.
he was. Yeah, that's true. So Leo advanced to a certain level, but David went really further than that. So he started in a very, very, very competitive way. And Actually, he attended a couple of years, one of the most famous academy in Argentina. Uh, uh, Chela was there. It was and Nalbandian was there. So it was a really good experience. A couple of summers, and when he moved to the States for getting the English, and that was the initial plan, English and some college education. He got certified as a tennis coach, as a tennis,
Right.
and he's trying to do that, but well, just didn't work out. So he continued as a fantastic tennis player, and we are still playing together like time to time. I actually play in USTA leagues and in UTR, and and we play once a week
I
as a
love it.
family.
And you guys also have a YouTube channel, and we'll chat on this. We'll chat about this later. So now I really appreciate this background. And now, Filo, just so we are filled in, was sport ever a part of your personal life, or?
For me, I play tennis also.
Okay.
I start when I married Jose.
Okay.
And I start with the tennis, with class of tennis. And after in the club, I create a team. And I was I don't know what they say, captain.
Captain.
I was the captain for many years.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so tennis is related. All right, so now I won't lie to you. I got a little skinny from David about you guys, as parents, of course, and we had a little bit of a conversation also preparing for this. So he sort of shared that you both had a different, let's call it the primary language or love language of connecting with the children, where I would love to hear a little bit more about it, with where it seemed like, Jose, for you, it was a lot through sports and excellence of the sports, right? And it continues. And Philo, for you, I heard a lot about nurturing and putting family first, despite your great career and those types of experiences. So first, Jose, if you can sort of share, how did it look for you as a parent, especially now that you have 30 years of a history that you can look at? How did sports and excellence through sport play through your relationship with the kids, and what did it mean?
Well,
sports. You want to go first? Okay.
Well, I want to say something, a little something that is for me the complete is discipline.
Discipline, yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Discipline is a big deal. So is the sense of commitment, but on the other hand, it's a very good opportunity for bonding. It's a great opportunity for bonding. So when we play, with together, we have a lot of discussion around, any topic. So so I will say that sports is for parents, especially you're involved in the sports, because another way to see this, and I saw a lot of, nightmare stories of parents pushing kids to be excellent in the sports and creating a kind of very bad environment. So, but if you're also involved, you kind of understand the struggling, you can understand the difficulties, the effort that they need to put in. And again, it's something that you do, and for joy, primarily. That will be the first goal. If you're not happy doing that, what is the purpose? So what is the purpose?
Sure.
So that's why you're involved and have a relation with your kids doing sport, and the sport is joy for you, create joy and this happy environment. It's like the perfect situation, because you're dealing with something that makes you feel happy, and your kids are happy, and you have opportunity to share all other things and share values. Tennis is and rugby also, and golf also. They share some common how you say attributes, and tennis is based on values, based on discipline, based on respect, education, communication, honesty,
Yeah.
integrity.
Of
Those
course.
are,
Integrity. Yes.
yeah,
This is the
those are,
most important.
that's the most important thing. So
Yes.
those are values that I mean, you can teach, you can preach your children about that, but it's easier if you have one instrument, wonderful instrument like the sport. And once you build this attitude and these values, is that will go with you
Sure.
and will be
Sure.
part of you. Will be part of you. So you cultivate your integrity, your honesty in the discipline like tennis or any other sport. That will go with you in business and will go with you in college. Will go with you your friend relations and eventually with your couple. That yeah,
That
it's
makes
a
total sense.
foundational.
Yes, it's phenomenal, and that's one of the two sort of primary goals in ROGace is to build character, right, through
Mhm.
tennis and through the principles that you learn through sport. So that speaks my language. So that's fantastic. And
Mhm.
now for you, Philo, how did the the nurturing and being really trying to spend as much time with the family and being the glue, how did that play into long perspective?
Yes. For well, I think that one thing that I say to David is we you can study some career, no, but if you have a sport, if you have it's part of you. What I said, Jose, no, you can spend more time with the community, with the person, with the relation with all the person, and this is more important. And also for the family, you can do some activity in the family, no, and
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
that's beautiful, and I find we share a lot of with David and with you guys as an immigrant. The sport plays a huge part because I truly believe that part of a big reason why I feel very welcome and accepted, in Buffalo in general when I came to US was because I was excellent at something that translates over, languages and over careers, and it's a little bit more unique, right? So, like you said, you can step into a community, right? I with my skill set, with David's skill set, and even even as an amateur tennis player or any sport, but if you are a tennis player, you can go to any country anywhere. You
Mhm.
don't speak the language,
But
but
you
you
can
get
play.
on a correct, you get on a tennis court, and obviously if I go as a former professional tennis player and at any court in the world and start playing without speaking in language, I start playing, there will be people interested or like, oh, come, come play, come visit us, come, start creating this relationship from zero. Whereas
Mhm.
whereas a regular person who doesn't have a sport background, it's like when
Mhm.
you move to the new city, it's like you need something. You need,
That
maybe
that is
church community or some
yeah.
Yeah.
other place.
That is so true. That is so true. And I have an anecdote for you. So back in Venezuela, and I used to have some tennis practice, tennis lessons. I was during a period of my journey in tennis that I decided to. I mean, I had to change my serve, right? Okay, so I'm there in the club. We have a very good coach. It was the first coach of Nicolas Pereira. Was I mean,
Sure.
famous tennis player. Okay, so Cha-Cha. So I said, I spoke to Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha, I need to change this. I mean, it's not working out. Okay, perfect. So I have a spot, 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, perfect. Well, in a religious way, went there. And one morning, I was arriving to the club, and I saw in the reception area, I saw Gene Courier there. Gene Courier is related to Venezuela because of I mean, his wife and okay. So he was there dealing with the guard and trying to explain, well, I'm Gene Courier. I'm number one in the world. So I would love to play tennis and can practice. No, but you have what is your membership card? No, I don't have membership card. So I was looking at that, Jim. Nice to meet you. So hold on. And I spoke with the guard. Man, you need a. I mean, you know who's this guy? Chacha knows this guy. So I called the coach, Chacha. Jim Courier is here. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, let it in. So I mean, imagine that. Imagine that. And that is because of tennis. So he was there, staying for a week in Venezuela in the same community that we have. And a given morning, he said, "Oh, I need to practice a little. So let's go to the club." And he was assuming that, I mean, I'm a known tennis player. Everybody will remind me and let me in. So, so imagine that experience. And I remember that morning, it was in my court with Chicha, and Jim was on the other one with a hidden partner. That was, I mean, imagine the experience for me.
Yeah, so I heard of a similar story, and taken to the next level, because Jim Courier in Venezuela. Okay, I get it. I can comprehend. I can comprehend that the guard doesn't know him, right? But I heard of a story of Roger Federer being in London, outside of Wimbledon, being in London, and he was with friends, and he just decided they were like in the vicinity of Wimbledon to come and check out the Wimbledon, right? Where Roger won 10 titles, and it's
Oh,
one of
yeah,
the
yeah.
most, right? It's the most beloved player in the history of the tournament. And he didn't have his membership card either, right? He's Roger Federer. He doesn't travel with his membership card. And for those who don't know, if you win a Grand Slam, especially, but in many of them it's quarterfinal or semifinal, you become a member for life, and you have always entrance. You're always invited. You get tickets, all kind of stuff. But Roger Federer, as a legend, he's more than invited, right? It's a red carpet anytime he shows up. So he goes, and there was a newer guard, and and he says, "Well, but you don't have a card, and who are you?" And he's like, "Well, I'm Roger Federer. I won this.
I won this 8 times. So
Yeah, I won this tournament many times." And I think until somebody was passing and saw him who works, they were like, "Oh, Roger, right?" And they got him. The guard was like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
So all right, that's fantastic. So thank you. Yes, a lot of great thoughts. So now let's shift a little bit. But I have to know that before we shift. Last family piece. So how does it feel now after all these years, doing the YouTube channel with David and talking about tennis? Because so what I heard, David, I want to hear your story, but David basically said, well, we decided we always talk about tennis anyways, so we might as well get other people into the conversation and have some fun with it. So
that was
that's what.
exactly right. That was exactly right. That was exactly right. So one day, I mean, random, you say, well, I mean, we talk about tennis all the time. Let's do this in a public setting. Let's move this to YouTube. Okay. so, so the first, I will say, 8, 10 episode was a little awkward, because we were discussing, but it's so in the social media mentality and mindset. Oh, but now I will say that we jump into the channel, we jump into the studio, and after I mean 1 or 2 minutes, we totally forget that we are in a public setting and just have the conversation. We have some scripts. At the beginning, we have some very, very strict scripts. So that's 5 minutes for this, 10 minutes for that. No. Now we have, tomorrow we'll be recording. Yeah, these are the 3 topics. Okay, fine. And you just
And
jump
let's.
in and
Yeah.
start the conversation. And
Is
and
it fun?
it's so fun, so fun. And we're building a very strong community. a community that appreciate not just the way that we handle the topics are, I mean, very objective and respectful, but also a community that really appreciate the relation that we have with each other. So, oh,
Yes,
it's wonderful. Your father is there. Oh, okay. Oh, David is this great. And we have totally different personalities, and that play out really well.
that's awesome. So great to shift a little bit. At ROGace, we believe big time in balance between, challenging or challenge and nurture, and both of those how they work together to build a character. Right? I see a lot of that in your story, and that balance that you bring to the table, both of you, and throughout everything you do. So shifting a little bit into AdverWeb, um, incredible what Filo again, what you have done and the whole company. We had the best session in the history of ROGace that happened this year. Right now, we are still on the tail end, the highest numbers ever. And as much as I want to say, it's my beautiful face being back on there. People might enjoy the program now. Again, we have many clarified things. The program is going really well. There's a lot of good things happening, but the new players coming in, they don't really know anything, right? So from the outside, the only clear change is the website, because we have so far always been building organically. So we don't really do paid ads. We don't do huge marketing. We don't have huge budget to do all of this. So the website and how well the website is operating and all the things that were put together makes a massive impact. So, first I want to acknowledge you guys and the company and appreciate on this forum. And if anybody needs any marketing services or website, I mean, you guys need to talk to Philo, because you guys and the team are incredible. But now shifting a little bit on, my pleasure. So how does this drive towards excellence and at the same time warmth and empathy, how do those things play in the AdverWeb? And I will let you guys choose who answer, because I don't know exact dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can still say that when we decide. So, fun fact, another anecdote for you. So, both Phil and I, we're coming from the academia. So
Yes.
we're
We are
college
professor at
professors.
the university.
Yeah, and we met there. So that's and so we started a relation with another couple colleagues, and that was 1995. So I mean, the World War Wave was starting getting into something more commercial out of the initial research areas and especially in the government. So and we suddenly decide. I mean, the four of us, we need to do something about this. Okay,
Yeah.
let's create a company, and we started with that idea in one day of August during a wedding. We yeah, Ricardo and Margarita,
Our parents.
his initial partners, they just, I mean, came to a party and was enjoying, and I'll give you a moment. Okay, by the way, this is the documents of the company. We need to sign this. Okay, so we signed the creation of the company
The same day of the
during the wedding. During the wedding.
It wasn't
So,
your wedding, huh?
uh,
It wasn't your wedding.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was your wedding?
yeah,
our
it was
wedding.
our
Our
wedding.
wedding.
Oh, it was your wedding.
Yes,
Yeah, it was our wedding. So it was our wedding. So I mean, in the middle of okay. By the way, and by the way, let's sign these papers here because we signed that. So yes, we started the company. So the company is literally part of the family. So so we got to work that way, and that's the reason why not the wedding part, the academia
Sure, sure.
and the love for the education. That's why this kind of project, like your project, is so important for us. So we have clients in I mean, schools, foundation that are related to education. So this is so important. So we
Yeah.
treat our clients in the same way, but this one is special for that, special for education, special for tennis. But if you see the website, one of the things that we don't put this in the proposals because the proposals are so concrete these times. At the beginning, we used to do it, but the values are really prominent
Yes.
and the values are really important for us.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal for us.
Yes. We
Now
believe
that
in the person. We believe in the everything in the family. We think that the connection with the other people. We believe, like we are not a provider. We are a partner. So
yeah
we work together because if your business is grow up, we grow up also. So
yeah. And that's why we have long-term relations. So we have clients for decades, decades, and
That's
and
incredible.
and yeah, and you cannot. So, I mean, you can complete projects. You have technical proficiency and you have good design that of course I will have, but you cannot keep this or maintain this long-term relation without additional aspects that are related to, I mean, honesty, integrity, so, to be open to also to understand that you are fully committed
yes,
to the
and
success of
transparent.
the other. So and our first motto was our success is our client success, and we really mean it. So
Yeah,
if you're not doing good, oh man, we're in problems.
sure.
We're
Sure.
in
Now
problems.
that is beautiful. Thank you. And so when you worked on you touch a little bit on that, but when you worked on the ROGace website and you were getting to know my operations and how we do things and values, etc., what either surprised you or inspired you, or what was sort of a thing where you went, all right, like this is something interesting, right?
Yes, I think that many aspects, no difference, because you have a mission with your academy. It's not only play tennis. You have a mission, and you need this channel for complete this mission. So we think about everything that we have to put in no the design, how to work well technically, and everything is going through because it's okay. The people is going to connect with you in this digital, no,
Digital way, right?
yes, digital
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
So
one thing that we discussed at the very beginning was, okay, so this is a beautiful business and it's a beautiful process and it's also a beautiful purpose. This business deserves to do better. So let's do this. So it's a great opportunity. And now that, I mean, see your results and you feel happy when you're getting that is, I mean, for us is fantastic. We don't pay for we don't do advertising at all in 30 years. The we get new clients through our current clients. So that is exactly so it's 100% word of mouth.
That's
100% word of mouth.
that's amazing.
Uh, so 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 now it's your opportunity.
yeah.
I I'm your biggest fan. You know how it works. So all right. So how do you keep work meaningful while balancing family and making impact? Right? How does this process work for you? And sort of what the excellence means to you in every day, and how is that working in combining family and business and all the different things.
Well, for me, the religious is love, and everything that we have to do, working the family. If you have to do something, you have to do with love, This is for me when we have a team, the relationship with all the employee, all the person. This is the most important thing, that you have a good relation, because the communication that you have is the beginning of the big thing. So I think that we start all thing with love.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's a Philo's part. My part is more on the discipline side and the process part. And one thing that I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy because I mean, building projects like the projects that we work on requires a lot of energy. And but a comment that I usually pose in the meetings, especially with the employees, is okay. So this is good. This is working, but we can do better, right? We can do a little better. Yeah, if we do it this way, if we enhance it in this way, we will feel better, right? You will feel better, right? Oh yes. Okay, let's do it that way, because it's at the end of the day, it's more about your personal portfolio. It's about how you
Sure.
feel about the thing that you do. So you implemented something and it's okay, it's working. But if you implement something that is really outstanding, okay, this is great and they feel
Yeah.
great. So you put a lot of hours on this. So better do something that you could eventually be proud of. If not,
But
it's just I mean hours putting and it's just transactional, doing something for money, and that's not enough for life, and it's not enough for anyone. It's I mean we usually have this misconception that the employees and your affiliates work for money. Yeah, of course, we need money, but we need satisfaction. We need to feel happy and proud of the thing that we do. So if you put that
100%.
into the conversation, okay, this is fine, this is good, we're doing great, but we can do better, right? And if we do this, will we feel better? That's I mean, is my opening speech all the time.
I love it. And, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jim Collins, Good to
Mhm.
Great, Beyond Entrepreneurship. He's a very prolific writer in studying great companies space. He has spent over 30 years in writing, and he was a professor in Stanford. And he actually talks exactly in what you were saying, um, specifically on that that purpose and the vision drives employees significantly more than financial incentives or bonuses. And sure, that is important. Again, we all need to make money to live, but how we do it, and how it translates into work is deeply meaningful. So I just want to acknowledge you both again. You have built something as a company that doesn't just look beautiful, but it feels true. Seeing my own website, which is a product of what you do, and talking to you about it, and dealing with your, with members of your team, it all comes together, and it all makes sense, and it all feels true. So that's rare, and congratulations on that, especially that it's been like 25, 30 years, right? Almost. So that's incredible. So then shifting, we're on the tail end. Just last few questions for each of you specifically. How do you each sustain joy and purpose through busy seasons, right? So especially if you look back to, when David and I'm sorry, I forgot your other son's name.
Daniela y Leo.
Uh,
Leo.
okay, so Daniela, Leo, and David, when they were young, and you guys were building business, and there was so much going on. How do you sustain the joy and purpose through those type of seasons?
Wow.
But
That's
it's
a very good
difficult, but
question.
I think
Yeah.
that our family help to do that.
Yeah,
No, not
was
only,
very supportive. Very, very
yes, we
supportive.
have very supporting all the family. I mean, my mother, my sisters, you know, uh, they are support us.
Yeah,
Sure.
I have a picture. I mean, I kind of synthesized this. So I think that it was Filo that took this picture. So I am working. It was moons ago. I was working on a computer late at night with some project, etc. And David was on my lap, just fall asleep in my arm. I was working. So yeah, we worked hard, but we were really fortunate to have some, I mean, very clear boundaries. I vividly remember that I was in Venezuela at Friday evenings. We hit the road, go to the beach. We have a beautiful house there, and spend the full weekend totally disconnected. And that worked out for many years, and give us, I mean, that was also a good experience uh, for kids to have, I mean, their connection with nature and things. But on the other hand, how to manage, I mean, the boundaries or the balance between work and life. And that is not that easy here in the United States. It's even more complicated. The cadence, the pace here is really crazy. Um, but again, we find opportunities for the work balance, and and try to support each other. So Filo works, I don't know, 12 hours a day. I work, I mean, I'm on the same number of hours. I, yeah, yeah, and we try to keep the weekends and as a family space, in very intentional and very disciplined on that. And so yeah, it's not easy, but we as a family, I think that we find the spaces.
No, that's amazing. So you touched a little bit on that before, but for ROGace parents, um, you know, if you were asked what role does sports or excellence or both play in raising kids, you know, what would you say?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I have something to say about that. So I teach at the university, and so dealing with Gen Z, at times I feel that I am in the front line. It is so difficult. So everything that we can do to expose our children to the real world and reserve time away from the digital world, from the screens, will be fantastic. So tennis is a fantastic opportunity for that. Is joyful. Is create also social skills. I mean, part
And
of
also, if you
all
help,
the
if you
exactly, and
help,
part of the benefits that you have in your
I mean,
body, your health. But imagine that you can devote 1 hour or a couple of hours on a daily basis on an activity without your phone, without the screen, uh, actually talking and, and other kids, and that is a win. It's a big win. I'm serious. I'm serious about that. So it's uh, I see with my students, and unfortunately, that they outsource 90% or
yeah,
more of their time to the devices. So that at times I think that this generation, or most of this generation, is living like a video clip of life. They're not living the life, just living another version of life. It's
yeah,
not
Sure.
well, we're losing the direct connection with things, with the physical things. So
yes,
sports is a great way
yes,
to do that, to
yes.
create connection
Another,
with the physical world.
yes,
Mm,
another thing as the sport, if you are prepared in one sport, if you do well, you can live with this sport. It's also a career. So,
It's
uh,
yeah, it's actual way of living for sure, for sure. Could be a one,
absolutely.
could be a way of living, and so yeah, and but I will say that the major benefits is the connection with the physical world. is
No,
so
and
so
that
important.
makes right. That makes total sense. And watching the youngsters and them. I would say that some of them are doing well athletically, but there's a little bit more. It feels like there's a little bit more challenge athletically for many youngsters because it they spend a lot of time on doing things on the computer and stuff, and they're not doing enough of the just physical activity. So it makes total sense that anything that keeps them connected and grounded will help. So awesome. At the ROGace, we close practice saying, I'm stronger than before, grateful for the journey. What does that mean to you as parents or professionals?
Wow. Okay. So that's the phrase that ends your practice. It's very inspiring. It's very inspiring because it's in the at the core of the. Let's talk about AdverWeb first. So we use as the mindset that we have for projects and all the developments that we do is the agile mindset. And in the agile mindset, you don't work toward the final, ultimate, long-term goal. Your mindset is to be better today than to yesterday. So we do better today than we did yesterday. So the benchmark is yourself. It's not other companies. I have some. We have some discussion on the. I mean, the competition and how the other companies do. And I have this conversation with you all the time. I don't pay attention to the competition. I don't look at them. I look at how are we doing. And I mean, today, okay, look at this. So the meeting was really well, and look at this implementation was really good. Well, was better than yesterday, and we'll do better tomorrow. So that I will say that is the spirit, and it's the same for the family. The same for the family. Um, so Filo is the glue of the family, and it's not just our close family, it's extended family. The family that we have in Italy, the family we have in Venezuela, all over the world. He, he believes in that. And those kind of roles, are really, really important. And start not with huge, seeing phenomenal things, with little actions like call your mom, call your daughter today. So have a conversation today. My Zia in Italy. Hey, make a call. Uh, Try to replicate a recipe from your mother. So small things, not
Right.
huge, phenomenal things, small things that keep this fabric together.
No, that makes total sense. Yeah. Fantastic. So in closing, thank you for showing your excellence and how love and excellence can coexist. I really see it in parenting, business, and legacy. Is there any, final thoughts that you have?
This is the first time, Philo, that we do something like this with a client, right?
Yes.
This is great. So thank you very much.
Yes. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. We're gonna propose.
Only 30
We're gonna
years.
Yeah, we're gonna propose this more often because this is great. But this is the first time that we do this in 30 years. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
thank you for this, Wojtek.
This the
No,
other interview was different. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's awesome. I really appreciate you guys. So Jose,
Yes. Thank
Filo,
you.
thank you so much for sharing your story and your heart. You have shown the excellence and love that they are not opposites. They strengthen each other and when lived with purpose, right? So from raising a family with deep values to building AdverWeb with integrity and creativity, your story reminds us what excellence with heart looks like in real life, right?
Mhm.
So to everybody watching, if the conversation inspired you, visit rogace.com blog and see other conversations. And as we say in ROGace, I'm stronger than before, grateful for the journey. Until next time, keep growing with joy and purpose. Thank you, guys.